You son of a bitch.
What's up, guys? Thursday already. How's that possible? Who we got here? Got Mike toying around, Roper, White Vegeta. What is up? How you guys doing? All right. What's today? The 16th. So we're like a week out from SDCC, and then pre-orders the week after that, right? With whatever they show at SDCC, whatever that could be. What could that be? Carlos, hey man. We got a bunch of stuff in since the last Thursday, I think. I don't remember what we talked about last Thursday. That's how tired I was and how out of it I was last Thursday. Yeah, I was pretty spent. I did finish painting some of my signage for Hector Ramirez's TV studio. So I do have the TVPB logo for the backdrop done, and I do have the 20 questions one done for his desk. So I'm going to attach those, and I'll be able to do some work on those. So excited about that. How's everybody doing? I don't know if this mic is in a good spot. Yeah. I thought we could talk about some Joes today that we carded mainline figures from 87 to 92, I think I did, that we haven't gotten in classified yet in the main line. I also got some I don't think I showed some of this stuff before, but I got this dude, Marvel Legends guy, whatever the hell his name is. It's like Rock Crusher from Cops. But will be a good dreadnought or backdrop character. You know, he's got the ball. He's got this that I'll never use for anything at all. And an alternate head, which is always good. Although they're almost the same. One's I guess they're not. This is a good kind of evil, smiling, laughing head. And this is your just pissed off face. Alternate hands. So I got him. And I also got this Punisher, which is his shotgun fell off. I had a shotgun in his hand here. Let me get him. Let me get him geared up. You know, I gotta say, I know Mike knows what I'm talking about. After opening up my let me get him down here. After opening up this guy, and then right afterwards opening up this guy, I gotta say, man, this Marvel Legends feels smooth. The joints feel good. Everything feels tight but not loose. You know what I mean? Tight but not too tight. Great, like they've really upped the game, I think, on some of these Marvel Legends. Whereas before I didn't feel they were so great as far as articulation. Maybe I don't know. I hate to say it. Maybe it's a good thing we're getting some new blood into the Joe line. Maybe some crossover with Marvel Legends design team because they can fix things like this. I know, like he's so wobbly. Look at that. He's so wobbly in the waist. I definitely think that's gonna break. And like he can't ab crunch without popping back up. Like it doesn't it just doesn't feel good. The actual butterfly joints are really good on this one though, I gotta say. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. You know, the other thing is, you know, if for Grunt, his neck is just too short for you know, if you put the ball, either that or the ball is too short. One or the other, or both. So in order to make him look good, you have to only put this in about halfway. See, otherwise it looks like his head is just sitting on his shoulders. So, you know, I'm not gonna put it on there, but you either gotta put it halfway so he's got some neck to him, or I'm gonna have to use a different neck on him or a different neck ball, like the barbell ball, whatever. Maybe there's a longer one. So yeah, not too stoked about that. I haven't opened up Wild Bill yet. I'm sure he'll have his own challenges. Let's see. When's the next pre-order Wallet Destroyer? I would say Tuesday or Thursday, probably next. The week after. It'll be after SDCC. We'll probably have what? Well, whatever they show. You know what I mean? We'll obviously have exclusives. We have the Cadet Deming and Shipwreck with that like console thing, and then we have the Fatal Fluffies, and then whatever else they show for pre-order. There'll probably be some other things. Imagine that, like, final retro wave of the year. Who is it? Falcon. Who is it? Falcon, Valkyries, and Flash. That might be something to look at, maybe. That makes sense timing wise, you know? So we'll see. Retro Techno Viper Wild Bill left the building today from Pulse. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I know Joe's Oscar Mike had similar issues with the ab crunch on this guy. Uh, Mine came from Target. I'm not sure. But man, it is just like he's so loose right here. Like I'm barely even touching him and he's sliding back and forth. Because he's so tight. It's one of those things where that little plastic peg that connects the torso to the waist piece on some of the figures has always been so tight that you can't twist them without actually stressing or breaking that thing. And then some of them move great. So it's just weird. But we'll see if it's all of them. You know what I mean? Or just maybe a certain batch. My Pulse Grunt left. I didn't see if the others left. Got a nice haul at Carver. Oh, yeah, you went to CarverCon. Weirdly, I only picked up one Joe Desert Snake. Guys got 2 dio pieces and battery operated torch, some random dio accessories, some Four Horsemen stuff, and gold Holdor. I don't know, but I wanted to go there for diorama pieces, but I've just been doing too much traveling, so I had to skip it. I'm a little bummed. I did get from a pet store. I got this thing this week. It's got a couple. I noticed after I bought it, it's got like a broken. Where am I? Right here, it's broken, and right here, it's broken. But it's fine. It was only like $20. So depending on what side I'm using, it's good. It's a good scale for. Let's see, like an old tree or something. You know, this is so weird to do backwards, but yeah. So but yeah, I wanted to get some dio pieces from CarverCon, but couldn't make it, sadly. All right, what do we got? Was just opening Grunt an hour ago, and yeah, that neck is bad. Yeah, it's just too short. So it's like literally looks like his head is just sitting on his shoulders. I don't know, some weird decisions going on. Walmart Collector Con and Target Ninja Force is this weekend. Oh, is it? Wait, what do you mean this weekend? Like tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Wait, Vegeta? I don't even know. Yeah, Walmart is coming up, and then Ninja Force. What's the Ninja Force? Did they announce that yet? Yeah, I gotta lock that down so I know when I'm getting those. Yours are from Pulse. Oh yeah, weird. I didn't get mine from Pulse yet. That's weird. Night Force Psych Out will go up at the Walmart thing. So if that's this weekend, hold on. Let me check. Let me double check. Play the hold music here. I could put that screen on, but I won't. All right, what do we got? All right, let's check this out, fellas. Here we go. Or not. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell happened? I just added. God, I hate this. All right. I have Walmart Collector Con 723. So I have that next week. Is that correct? I have it next week. I don't know about Target though. She is a warrior gladiator character from. I have no idea what that is. Toying around, but sounds cool. Sunday is Ninja Force at Scarlet, or Ninja Force at Scarlet. Ninja Force at Target. Um, is it? Is it like pre-orders go up Sunday? It's a weird day for that. Um, wait, what? Oh, I'm so confused. Scarlet and Tijbane? I'm so confused. Didn't we already pre-order that? I thought that already. Yeah, Walmart is next weekend for sure, 7/23. But I thought I already pre-ordered Scarlet and Tijbane. I'm so confused right now. People are already getting that. What? What are we saying? It's going up again? Is that what's going up? I'm pretty sure I ordered that already. Hold on. I'm looking. Orders. Purchase history. Yeah, I ordered that. It says back ordered. I ordered it on June 5th, so I don't. Yeah, oh, it'll be in store. Okay. Okay. I don't care if it's in store. I ain't driving to a store. What is this, 1987? I ain't driving anywhere. I order my stuff online. Um, what we got? Ninja Force official release Sunday. Okay, I see. It's the street date. I see. Yeah, I see. I see. Well, I got mine ordered, so they'll show up when they show up. All right, cool, cool. Yeah, I want that Night Force Psych Out. So speaking of, oh, you know what? Speaking of like figures, by the way, I'm gonna complain about this too. I don't know if you guys get the Monster Force stuff, but this guy's pretty good. This Gridiron guy, but these freaking secondaries, I tell you what, like I get the idea to make it easy to take off and stuff, but I'd rather have it not. To be honest, they never stay in. I can't get it to stay in. I got to do all this goofy shit. I'm gonna end up gluing it. Like, if you can't make it so it stays connected, then don't do it. You know, just got to say that. I did get these dudes in, so obviously Doctor Venom, kind of fake Doctor Venom there. And then you got the other dude, the other head. So I got two of those guys. This guy's really good. He's really sick. This is probably the best in the line, or in the wave at least. So this guy's really good. Got him. So yeah, I've been opening up a lot of figures lately. I opened up Overkill. Articulation a little lacking there on the neck movement and stuff, but the gun's a little wonky on the inside, tiny bit off center, but it's fine. I did put together finally this thing, and I got the expansion pack with the wings and the missile launchers on it. So I got some different stickers coming for this too. So I used what I had, but I might order another one. But yeah, it's got. I didn't get the what do you call it? Batteries really put in yet, so it's not working. I do have the batteries for this. That takes AAA. But the other batteries are those tiny little disc batteries, the CO3s or whatever. I had some, but they died immediately, so because they're so old. So I need to order some of those batteries to get the lights going again. They worked for a second, then they just died right out. All right. Those guys are all in my pile of loot I need to ship. Oh, the Monster Force dudes? Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I really want a Dreadnought Air Assault version. You know? Especially because this is a mix of like a Fang back end and a Skyhawk front end, which is exactly what the Dreadnought Air Assault was. A repainted Fang and a repainted Skyhawk. So, like, you could imagine a Dreadnought chop shop where they cut a captured Skyhawk in half and then attach the back end of a fang that they sawed in half and made some, like, hybrid Mad Maxy style, chopper, you know? But and I have those in that case, but I don't feel like taking them out. Can't open the door, the Terradrome's in front of it. But yeah, I would really like a Dreadnought Air Assault colorway of that. I would buy that instantly. The blades are motorized. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's hilarious. Hey, Window Viper, what's up, man? I'm just doing my complaints and stuff. This is an awesome dude. This is a great figure. I love it. I want a soft goods version of this. What do you call this thing? Poncho cape thing. I hope somebody makes one. You know, it doesn't have to have the tribal, the Mayan thing on there, but the colorway and everything, or something similar would be great for photography. So I get it blowing in the wind or something. Yeah. So I kind of hope someone does something like that. Yeah, he is legit. He's a great figure, man. Complaints about the other ones, but this figure is perfect. I love that they have the hat and the hairpiece separate so that the hat sits nice on him, and then you can take the hat off and put the hair on him. It looks good. Oh, I got a cat visitor. We have what do you wanna call it? A, we put the hair on him. There we go. We have a foster kitty for a little bit. I can't see what I'm doing because the light is all in the wrong spot. Why can't I get his hair back on? I just had it on a second ago. Well, anyway, yeah, he's great. Can't see what I'm doing. It's because it's black hair and it's too dark. But yeah, great figure. Sundown is fire. Yes. Lobo, what's up, man? Did you pull his belt down where it's supposed to be? Yeah, I do on all those figures. Sometimes though it rides back up again when I'm posing because it's because of the bullet belts down here. And when they hit the thigh, it can push the belt up. Um, so I do that on all the figures before I sometimes you won't notice based on how much shit's going on because he's got that secondary and he's got all these belts going on. So you might not even notice that it pushes up. But a good example of that is Grunt was a good example of that. He was tough. He was tough to get his this one piece secondary down over the what do you want to call it? Waist piece overlay, this crotch piece overlay. It was like wedged behind it. So it was tough to get it there, but I ended up getting it there. A little heat. Got it there. Where is she? Hey, get out of there. She's up to no good, this cat. She's a little she wants to play nonstop. Hide your timbers. Hide your animal companions. Yep, now she's running. From Blackbeard. Wait, what? What from Blackbeard? Definitely want to pick up a couple Monster Force Red Demon. Yeah, dude, it's like 13 shadows or 13 souls or whatever the hell it's called. But yeah, this dude's pretty legit. I got three. I got three of him. I only opened up the one so far. But yeah, he's really weapons are great too. They're all scattered randomly on the desk. I have to get this cleaned up. So he comes with this guy here, and you can connect it to the other one. So connect it there, something like that. But you can connect these together. Real chain, which is great. Yeah, these are cool. And then where's the other? The size are nice. I lost the sigh. All right. I gotta put that in as a movie clip. That was the old me guy. Come on. Oh, that was old you? Toy visuals. What's up, man? It's brown, but from the black. I have no idea what's happening. Sorry. I am like lost. Got Sundown last week. Hey, Gonzo. Yeah, you like him? I love him. He's one of my favorites. I had to splice a strap on Spirit's gear so it would sit at his waist. Oh, really? Interesting. I usually just heat them up really good, and the secondaries get really rubbery. And then I can kind of like hold on. I use nylon tools. So if you guys don't have these are for opening up like electronics. I used to use these at Apple when I was a technician at Apple. These nylon tools, um, they're pointing on one end. And this is a short one. Sometimes they're longer, and then you've got this end. So what I can do is once I heat this up, I can just wedge the nylon tool. I can't see what I'm doing here, but let's pretend it was this. Yeah, I can wedge it back here, and I can force it over and get behind, you know what I mean? And then force it, see how I'm behind it now? And I can force it down. So, getting some nylon tools from, like, Amazon, whatever, I use them on opening up toys. If I wanna take old toys apart, especially with the little what do you call them? Snap pieces. These help to get them to unsnap. Sometimes, though, 40-year-old plastic might shatter, so it's still scary to do. But, what are you looking forward to at SDCC as far as announcements? Anything in particular you think will blow us away? I don't know what they're gonna announce necessarily, but, did you see BMAC did put up a story about the unboxing for the, I didn't even know they were planning on doing an unboxing during SDCC week. So the fact that they're moving it to after is not a big deal to me. But the production version of the Snowcat will be on display at SDCC, probably with the Arctic Hiss. So that'll be cool to see. But he did see start looking at socials tomorrow for leading up to SDCC for renders. So I would expect we were going to get renders for the things that they've announced as or actually, no, if it's renders, yes. So name only reveals. They've done uh did they show Flash yet? I don't remember. But they named Falcon, they named Valkyries. We haven't gotten renders for those yet. And we'll probably get renders for that kind of stuff that we have name onlys for. And then those will probably be what goes up for pre-order. As far as new renders or new name onlys, I feel like the Triple T might be one. But I don't know what they're gonna put up for pre-order. Maybe we'll get a render of the Crimson Snake Armor, which I've seen already. It looks pretty cool. The piece, that goes over Spirit's shoulder and down his back is too short, so it makes his belt sit too high. Oh, interesting. I never know if I ran into that yet. I'll have to look and see. Oh, god. See, I clicked without looking. I Skyder's gonna get, timed out again. That's what's gonna happen here. All right, let's talk about like I've got things to show. I've got things to share. Oh, I also opened up my Destro too. Where is he? And my Taurus and Red Dog, but I can't reach those right now. So here's Destro. He's pretty amped. Yes! Yes! With his big sword. And then this huge ass despoiler, which is pretty cool. These need a little heat. These Stinger missiles are a little droopy, but rest of it looks cool. There's even on these have like a little well, you can't really see it. You can a little bit. Little discoloration on the ends, which kind of looks cool. Like if they've been fired. I think this one's got a little more. You can see it a little bit there. It's a little darker, but it's hard to see on camera, but Definitely can see in person. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. This doesn't go down though, which is a little bummer. But I guess it's a hover vehicle, so if you want to shoot down, you could just hover up like that. But yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's chunky. It's pretty huge for this thing. So open that up. All right. Okay. All right. So let's talk about figures that 87 and up that haven't been done yet in classified. And I'm talking regular release. Not talking special teams. Not talking Night Force or Tiger Force or Battle Force 2000, with one exception. I'm just thinking regular mainline waves that haven't been done yet. I don't think it's too big. G.I. Joe Marvel World. I mean, maybe for people with small hands, it's too big. No, I don't think it's too big. It's fine. I think if they made it smaller, it would look weird. At 12-inch scale with Destro. I think it would look like a flying Power Wheels if they made it it's like small like the O-ring one was in comparison to the figure. You know what I mean? Pow, pow, Power Wheels. Power makes them go. Has a cute little logo always been in the corner? It has. You're just noticing now this cute little TV PB. This guy, this cute little guy. I've got that one right there. TV PB. Not PB TV, TV PB. No winch on the spoiler. I know. There should be like a tow thing on there. You could lift these. Well, hold on. You could maybe you could lift these crates. What? Oh wait. Oh man, it would be cool if it just plugged in. Oh, you can't even see because I'm not full screen. But yeah, if these things you made like um Iron Grenadier versions of these crates. All right, what do we got? Sundown passes all expectations. So good. Yeah, he's one of my. Oh, Greg. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I took his hat off though, so now he looks weird. But yeah, he's one of my favorites of the last year or two. Lobo. No winch. Yeah, no winch. Hardball, recoil, rampart, repeater. Yep. Muskrat and salvo. Yeah. Yeah, we could do a 3D printed third party winch. Like, what's Gridiron doing? Bought an extra Ostriker and took that winch off of it for the despoiler. Voltar. Okay, the only one you're excited for is Voltar. You hope they do repeater soon. Yeah, okay. So yeah, these are for 87 mainline figures, the only ones we don't have right now. Again, I'm not doing Night Force or Tiger Force or any special forces here. We could do something different for that. But I'd say is Fast Draw and regular Psych Out. We are getting, of course, the Night Force Psych Out, so I would expect we will get this version on a retro card or some normal regular version at some point. Sneak peek, and then you get into 88. And there's a good amount of 88 figures. There's Astro Viper, Blizzard, Charbroil, Hardball, Lightfoot, Muskrat, Repeater, Spearhead Max, and Voltar. And then you get into 89 with Annihilator and Backblast and Countdown. And there's more. I have more slides, but these are I could fit at once. Otherwise, I get too small. So on this screen, my personal favorites in classified form that I think would look really cool in classified are Spearhead Max and Voltar, Annihilator, and Muskrat, of course. I think Lightfoot I would really like. I just don't know how soon we would get something like that. I think Fast Draw could be really interesting as a deluxe. You know what I mean? That could be cool. And Repeater was kind of like the hero figure for 88. Every year had a hero figure, you know. 82, 83 was Grunt, 84 was Duke, 85 was Flint or Snake Eyes. 86 was who was the hero figure in 86? Who was it? Who was the guy they focused on in 86? Why am I blanking? Falcon. No, that was 87. Falcon was 87. Who was it in 86? Why can't I picture 86? It wasn't Leatherneck. Hold on. Let's take a look. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Huh. Like, am I when I'm saying hero figure, he was like on all of the party favors and Valentine's Day cards and canteens and all the like and bed sheets and all the supporting stuff. It might have been Hawk, but I feel like that's not the right answer. But it might have been. Now I'm looking at it. Anyway, 87 was Falcon, 88 was Repeater. And I have that stuff to prove it. I've got birthday party cups and napkins and paper plates and folders. They're all like repeaters on everything. No, it wasn't Beachhead. He wasn't on everything back then. I mean, that might be who we want, but he wasn't. I think it was Hawk, honestly. When you go back and look at like party favors and stuff like that. Uh they will be upscale O-rings. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Steadicam gun here for Repeater could be pretty cool if they develop it. Lightfoot could definitely be. I mean, he's got a robot friend. He's got already wacky gear. And Annihilator could totally be weird and cool. Voltar, obviously. I know you're looking for Voltar. Charboil's already weird too, a little futuristic. Sneak Peek could be really cool. I don't know if they do this telescoping thing that size. Maybe. Blizzard obviously had that little thing that turned into like a riding, I don't know what the hell it was, bobsled thing. What? But yeah. Only 3 Cobras? Well, hold on. There's more screens. There's more screens. I sort of wish we got Hardball over a Big Lob, but I get the whole movie focus with the other characters. So yeah, and next year is the 40th anniversary of the movie. So get ready for lots and lots of retro repaints of figures we have to go with the 40th theme. Get ready. I was thinking I would like a retro card Spirit and Freedom classic belt and backpack with arrowhead rifle. I would love it, White Vegeta. They made a point though when they released, they had like the guy from the, what the hell band was that? What the hell group was that? I can't remember the name. It's one of those flash in the pan. Oh, the Black Eyed Peas. So they had that guy come on and talk about G.I. Joe and Spirit, and he was like, has a Native American background. And they made a point to say that they stripped out the problematic waistband and Spirit gun. But I'm like, was it really? Or was it just fun? Can we not have fun anymore? That's an awesome idea. Yeah, I would love that. So maybe they can get over that. Maybe new design team doesn't care. I don't know. Blizzard and Voltar is all I need from this list. Okay. Backblast got his nickname from Taco after Taco Night. Well, from Taco Bell with their lettuce and that parasite explosive diarrhea thing. Out of these, the most boring for sure is Backblast to me. I always forget he exists because he's just such a boring character. Um General Hawk was about that time. Yeah, I think it was Hawk. From the photography perspective, I would love Sneak Peek, but so fun to depict him on a mission like Dial Tone Breaker. Always loved. Yeah, I always like Sneak Peek. I know he gets a lot of hate, but he's based on Stephen King's son. That's why he looks cherubish over here. He looks like a little child because they based it on his actual son. Even his name is that. Uh, yeah, it was Hawk. Um, Let me catch up on these comments. Next year, Globulus for 40th and Serpentor probably. Globulus for sure, because they've been doing one Cobra Law guy a year, starting with Once a Man Cobra Commander. And then we got Nemesis, and then we got Pythona, and then we got Royal Guard. So who's left? Globulus. And it's right in time for the 40th. Oh man, I'm not even looking. Sneak Peek and Night Force would be an instant cop. Yeah, and I feel like they will do that too. But out of these, I would feel like Sneak Peek, Hardball, Repeater. Those would probably be ones they definitely do sooner than later. Voltar too, maybe. You know that we're getting the Iron Grenadiers. I would love Spearhead and Max, but oh man, they have to do a Bobcat right. They would have to. They would have to all new molds for him. He can't reuse timber stuff. A bobcat is like slightly larger than a house cat. So you can't be getting away with like what they did for Sandstorm with jacked limbs and stuff. I don't really, or maybe, who knows. Backblast in his bicep knife sheath will not be mocked. Yes, I know. The big honking knife sheath on his arm. He's got a top 5. He does have a mustache. He is part of the mustache crew. The other most boring guy on here is Countdown, even though he's an astronaut. But yeah, I would say this group here, and then let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what we got. I don't know if I can. Here we go. All right, so now I lied a little bit. I only because he's in the regular wave. But DJ makes an appearance here, and I know he's Battle Force 2000, but he was. Oh, Cujo's here. What is up, man? Where have you been? Feel like it's been ages, Mr. Ages. Military Bobcat standard issue. He's gotta be. And then you gotta like repaint him black for Night Force and give him a hair dye job. Would they use junkyard body for Bobcat? No, they can't. It'd have to be all new tooling, man. Countdown sucks. Yeah, he's kinda lame, and then they did 6 versions of him later, which is why I don't go past 92 on this list right here, because everything just becomes redos of redos of redos. Stubby tail, like, everything's gotta be different. It's a cat, not a dog. Junkyard is way too big for Bobcat, yes. Yeah, I mean, like, they're slightly bigger than a house cat. Version 2 Rock and Roll is an absolute lock. Gotta be. Yeah, he is one of the better later 80s figures for sure. Target will be a Target exclusive. That's a good call, Lobo. Yeah, imagine if it wasn't. Imagine if Target was a Walmart exclusive. Again, only 3 Cobras. I know, man. I know, Mike. I know. It's slim pickings. It's because they've already done them. That's why, Mike. We've already gotten a Frag Viper. We've already gotten an Alley Viper. We've already gotten a Saw Viper. We've gotten a Range Viper. A lot of the later troop builders we've already gotten, you know? I was confused by Backblast coming with a bright yellow bullet belt. I know, it's so weird, right? So strange. They were just like, "Ah, we'll just mold this and throw it in for no reason." Version 2 Rock and Roll is a must, yes, but no gun. I know, no gun. Maybe they plan to give him a gun. They costed it out, but they kept the bullet belt. I don't know. Maybe he's carrying ammunition for someone else. That is a legit thing. So, Heat Viper will be an awesome classified. And you can kinda read the tea leaves here. We've already gotten all the Vipers for this year except for Heat Viper. So he's gotta be coming up soon because you got Frag Viper, you got Alley Viper. Who else was 89? Heat Viper, Alley Viper, Frag Viper. There's someone else. So we've gotten a ton of them already. And of course, this isn't including vehicle drivers. I'm just standard issue carded Joes. Again, no special teams here except for DJ only because he was kinda released under the radar, like, they had him and they're like, "Sure, we'll just throw him in." But, Downtown was just always like, I mean, you could maybe make him cool for classified, but Recoil is a must for me. He's one of the most slept on coolest later in the run figures, and yes, I want that hat. You can give him a second hat, you can give him a Boonie hat, a Muskrat hat if you want, throw it in there, but I want this weird ass little cap. Like, that's part of his look, you know? And so to me, out of this grouping, there's a lot of good ones. You got Snake Eyes version 3 with the trench knives. You've got Tundra Stalker, which has to happen. Like one of the best figures in the line. Recoil, Heat Viper, Rock and Roll V2, Target, Ambush, Bullhorn even I love. Gridiron's a little it'd be fun for sure. How much use I get out of them, I don't know, but they could give him a goofy helmet and give him a different kind of helmet and then mix it up. Free Fall, another slept on figure, especially because he's 1990. So you got a lot of 89 figures, and Ambush starts 90, and this is your row of 90s here at the bottom. And Laser Viper too is often forgotten. Repaint potential there with Python Patrol. Same thing with Heat Viper. They should give Recoil his blue guns in Classified. I would love that. People would hate it. His baby blue weapons. I always, because they're looking at like color combinations here, and they're like, with this colorway, this light blue looks good. If you're talking about like decoration, it looks really good. Obviously, it's not very realistic, and whatever this double gun thing was really strange. But I loved that figure as a kid. I used that. He was in every battle. Heat Viper would be glorious, yes. Yeah, and I think he just makes sense as one of the next Vipers to do because they've done all of the Vipers up to this point except for a couple. So, not sure about the missile strapped around his legs. But it's just part of the aesthetic, man. It's part of the fantasy of it all, and I think it's hilarious. I've been saying Recoil and Classified would be dope. Yes, and he has to have that blocky camo, that Storm Shadow V2 kind of urban blocky camo. Maybe a little more prevalent like it is here than it was on the actual figure. There's like more striping on the actual art. But yeah, I don't want any other camo deco on him. I want that two-tone, tan clothes with like dark green camo. The 1990 wave is sleeper. It's almost all bangers. Dude, it's so good. Yeah, let's look at some more. I wish I could do this faster and easier. Or maybe I just should have done it as a slideshow, but um and I can't like scroll through. I don't want to have I guess I could just leave the thumbnails open. All right. And then you get into these dudes. So Pathfinder, right? Rock Viper, another Viper they haven't done yet. But definitely one that could be on the horizon. And then you've got Salvo and Stretcher and Sub-Zero is a good figure. That would be a sick figure to do, Sub-Zero. Make him kind of hench and big because he always, to me, seemed like a big dude. Top side, and then you get into like some more Iron Grenadiers, the Undertow, and then you get a 91, and that's where we get this like Bat version 2. And you could probably repurpose if you want to get weird and not stick exactly to the design of you could probably repurpose Overkill's legs for Bat V2 if you wanted some reuse out of that. This Cobra Commander version 4, which is really interesting. And then one of the best figures of the 90s for sure is Crimson Guard Immortal. The weapons were always suspect, but the figure itself was really good. I really would love this Hawk with the jetpack. This Grunt can suck it. I never want to see this Grunt in the line. They can throw him off a cliff. This Incinerators also might be cool, but this figure, I remember getting him, one of the last figures I got, and I remember thinking how much he sucked. He was just like a big barrel-chested dude with a head that looked like his neck blew a bubble. Is what it was like. It was just so goofy, and low light would be awesome. You could do a Dino Hunters version, and this Mercer, another slept-on figure, a great, great figure. Winter Soldier style arm going on. Was it Snake Eyes version 3, the costume he MacGyvered in the comic when held prisoner in yet Another damn castle. Yeah, it is. It's the one he got off like the Pulp Fiction Gimp guys, and he pretty much put like the S&M bondage suit on and made a suit out of that. That's Larry Hama's hilarious sense of humor, and I'm totally here for it every time. I'll be interested in Classified's take on Snake Eyes V3. Yeah, and I think they're holding on to that one, but I think we'll obviously get it at some point. We get a Snake Eyes like every year. Crimson Immortal is needed for sure. For sure, for sure. It's definitely in the top 5 of waves for me. Yeah. The Cobra Commander could top this list since that look appeared in the Energon Universe comics. Oh, did it? Did it? Interesting. I didn't even notice. Was it in his origin story? Yeah, well, it was, right? It was in his Cobra Law origin story. They had that outfit. Yeah, that would be cool. Lobo, only 6 Cobras? Sub-Zero is my most wanted Snow Joe. Interesting, interesting. More than Blizzard, huh? I I love that. I love the art here. The art up here for Sub-Zero is I mean, the figure was okay, but this art really sold it, man. This is one of the better artworks, in the whole line. Latex SE, yeah, I know, it's so hilarious. They'll change the Crimson Guard Immortal to Crimson Guard Enforcer. Whatever they wanna call it. No, I know the joke. I get the joke. That'd be actually really hilarious if they did that. But what a great name, Crimson Guard Immortal. I always thought of him as like when I got this as a kid, I'm like, "Is he immortal? Is he really immortal?" But I obviously knew that he wasn't, but I just thought it was, like, such an honor, like, what a mon or, what do you wanna call it? What a, title to carry, immortal. That must mean you're really, really awesome at your job to get that title. And then we get into some more 91 stuff. You got Rapid Fire, which, again, I'm not getting into mail-aways, but I would really rather get a Super Trooper, Vac metal stuff. If the helmet is entirely one piece, which it is, Vac metal is possible. The secondary could be Vac metal because it's all one piece or 2 pieces that snap together, and then the gun could be Vac metal because it's all one piece. They can't paint on Vac metal, so you can't, like, choose an area and apply it as paint, doesn't work. And then you can't paint on top of Vac metal. So, for example, if you wanted a Vac metal Destro head, he would not be able to have any other deco on there. No eyes, no nothing. So that's why they don't do Vac metal on that kind of stuff. They were able to do it on Cobra Commander because the helmet that goes over it was a separate piece, and it was glued on. But yeah, Red Star would be sick. Get some October Guard type style stuff going. This sci-fi version 2 has really grown on me over the years. I really do dig this figure. J and MK Custom Works has a really awesome version he makes of a custom sci-fi version 2, which I need to get back with him because I wanted him to make me one. You've got Tracker, which would be hilarious. We already got sneakers in the line. They're just female sneakers for Shooter. Let's see where they should ship Undertow with an actual sardine. 2 sardines humping. Blizzard is cool, no pun intended, but yeah, Sub-Zero all the way. All right, I get it. Lime green I knew it. I put him up here and I was waiting for Lobo to comment on that. I only recognize Snow Serpent from this group. Really? Interesting. Interesting. Need that version of Roadblock badly. Yeah, they made so many repaints of this Roadblock in the 90s. There's like 5 repaints of this guy. But yeah, this is a good Roadblock for sure. All right, Greg, take care, man. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I think out of this group for me, I got this Destro. He might have been one of my last figures with incinerators, and I remember thinking like another barrel-chested guy with a pea-sized head. And it's basically just a redo of the original Destro. Like his outfit's pretty similar. So I don't care for that figure. out of this group, and Barricade was like, he's more like a cops figure, but in the Joe line. You got Big Bear, which they repainted again a billion times. I kind of like his International Strike Force black version where he's all in black. That would be a good one to do. You could package him with an actual bear, like a brown bear. That would be cool instead of like the polar bear. They could reuse maybe the body and just redo the head and neck. But out of this group, for me, I do really love this Duke. This Duke grew on me over the years. I really do dig this figure. So for me, I think maybe Firefly, definitely Flag Viper, another figure that's grown on me over the years. Um, and then maybe Duke, Red Star, or Big Bear, Sci-Fi. Like those would be the ones I'm most excited for. Personally, this Gung Ho could be cool and classified. I always thought he kind of looked kind of goofy in I don't know, it was the way his head sat on his shoulder, something was kinda goofy. Now, they're not gonna be able to use the Marine logo. Oh, I also hated that on this version, his tattoo shrunk. So it was like his whole chest on the '83 version, and on this version, it was just, like, right here. Like, he got it removed and re-tatted smaller. I always thought that was stupid. But, they could license it, but I think the product has to be manufactured in the US according to the Marine guidelines, but that's not gonna happen, so Big Lob has sneakers, you're right. Big Lob does have sneakers. They could reuse those for Tracker. Tracker's got the Cyclops vibe going on. Ciatora, yep. Later Greg. What else we got? Flak Viper is outrageous. Yeah. And there's the desert version that was with the Joe Club. The what the hell was it called? Operation what the hell was it called? Not Firefly. Anyway, they released different versions of characters for the Joe Club one year, and there was like a desert flak viper and a desert. I think they called it rock viper, but it really was like a range viper. And yeah, those are great figures. You could do a desert version of the flak viper as a repaint. So yeah, and then I think the last slide I just have, like I said, I stopped at 92 or whatever here. So there's just a couple guys on the slide, and it's wetsuit and another Wild Bill. I don't really care for this wetsuit, honestly. Don't really care. But this Wild Bill would be cool. Or instead of this Wild Bill, you could just do a Sunbow style Wild Bill, and that would be great. Spring loaded missile launchers, though, have to be a thing. You got to do that gimmick. So yeah, there's a lot of figures left, and I didn't even do 93 or 94. So um, there's a lot of figures here that could come up. I do expect to hit a bunch of these the next year. So Astro Viper could be really interesting too. That could be a really cool looking classified figure, especially after seeing what they did with Toxo Viper with his helmet. I could see something similar with this helmet on Astro Viper. So that might be fun. But yeah, I do expect to hit some of these next year because we're running into this group now. We've gotten everything else up to this point. So the new figures, if they're not brand new characters or from a different era of Joe, like Valor versus Venom or Renegades or Sigma 6 or something, if they're from this era, these are the characters they'll be choosing from. So the figures coming for 2027, 28, 28, a lot of them are going to come out of this group. So it's just the logical thing. There's no other choice. They don't have another choice. So Barricade's crotch exploded in my hands. I said when they said that gold plastic was weak sauce. Yeah, that gold plastic does not age well. It does not. Brittle as fuck. But when crotches explode in your hands, it's very traumatic. Gotta say. All right, yeah. So that's what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Can I do a poll? I've never even thought about that. Can I do a poll in here? Is that is that something you can do? Anyone know? Anyone ever used this damn platform before? Let me see. Can I should have thought about this before, but it just popped into my mind. Oh, I can do a poll. Okay. All right. Hold on. Man, I can't put everybody in here. All right, how about this? There's only like 5 of us in here, so it doesn't matter. Okay. 19. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this real quick. I hope if my keyboard was on. All right. 1987 figures. Okay. And then I'm gonna do so should have been prepared for this. So who do we have left? I'm gonna say 97 and 98 because we only got a few 1987 figures in here. And then I will do Astra and then Psych Out. And then if I could spell, that'd be great. That'd be great. And then let's do Sneak Peek. Make sure I spell that right. I don't know how many I can add. Can I add a ton? Maybe I can. Maybe I can't add that too many. Let's see. How many do I have? I got 1, 2, 3. Maybe. Let's see how many I can add. Oh no, you can only add. Okay, so we'll have to do this in groups. So let's do this list group. That's stupid. I can only do 4 options. How stupid. You want. Let's see, figure. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna hit it. Boom, and I'm gonna start and show. Oh, look at that! Look at that! All right, out of these 3, this is crazy. I've never done a poll before. Figure priority, fast draw, psych out, sneak peek. I can only add 4. It's so weird. I feel like 5 would be a more natural number, not 4. But whatever. Let's do 87. Out of these 3, which ones do you prioritize? Which one do you think would be best? And then how do I Ooh, got a psych out in here? Get on that pole, fellas. 2, 6, 6, 6. All right, let's do I have anything fun in here? Let's see. We got 100% psych out. At least that's what I can. Is that how that works? I have no idea how this works. But that's what it says. So right now it appears psych out is people's favorite over the other 2. Now, I don't know if it's working or whatever. Yeah, we got lots of 2s. So everyone wants psych out? That's crazy. I would expect sneak peek to get a vote, but I guess maybe he's that hated. And no one's freaking voting. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, this is crazy. All right. Oh, there we go. I bullied Joe Marvel World into sneak peek. But yeah, this is interesting. And now it's only 3, which is stupid. I got to do this in groups. Okay, so I'm gonna keep track. Okay, Psych Out's gonna win this group. And then this is so cool. I can do this one. Okay, all right, hold on. All right, we'll do. So we'll do this as. We may have to pick this up next week, but I'm curious to see. We're doing an unofficial bracket, is what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing. Unofficial bracket. Because we're forced by our limited options. Our limit of 4. Okay, new poll. We're gonna wrap up this one, and we got Psych Out winning at 80%. Stopping the poll, and I'm gonna create a new poll. Here we go. Here's your 88 figure priority. Group 1. We'll go through 88, and then we'll pick it up next week and see who's gonna go then. I'm making the next one right now. Oh, what the hell? What the hell happened? Okay, that's stupid. Okay. All right. Let that run for a couple minutes, and then we'll do oh, that's stupid that I can't add one more. Damn, I hate that because it's gonna be odd. It's okay. It's all right. I'll just group it 88, 89 next time. I'll do one more group after this. All right, what we got? 50% for Astro Viper leading the way. I did not think that. I did not think that. All right. Charbroil, Hardball, Blizzard, no love. Interesting. For all the whining on social media about not getting Blizzard, I'm shocked there's not one vote for Blizzard here. But yeah, Astro Viper. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Viper, especially like look at the card art. The card art's wicked for that thing. Hardball gets a vote. I do love Hardball. I feel like he'd be a really fun classified figure. I do hope if they do him though, they mold the hat. They'll do 2 heads. Maybe they only do 1 because it's kind of what they did with who did they just show that has a molded hat but not an un who they just show that has like the hat on but not an unhatted head. Who was that? God, in the last renders. I can't even think right now. But, no oh, is it actually no, he has a no, Action Man's got an unhatted head, doesn't he? I thought it was someone they just showed. Man, what am I thinking of? Anyway, if they do him, I do hope they mold the hat on and do an unhatted head too, like Heavy Duty, where you got 2 heads. Because whenever you do, like, the Night Force, um, Crazy Legs, like, the hat's always just a little too like, it's okay here, but I think it just looks better when it's molded. It doesn't look as puffy or big. Um, the worst one is, Shockwave. That one just doesn't look good. It just sits too high, you know, so alright, gonna call it. So Astro Viper wins this round. So we'll call that stop the poll, stop the presses. And then we're gonna do another poll, and we'll do one more after this. And then we're gonna do all right, last one for today. We'll do that. All right, this is a much closer one. This is an interesting one here. Muskrat leading the way. Spearhead Max, no love for the kitty. Lightfoot gets a vote. Repeater gets a vote. Okay, all right. Muskrat definitely leading the way. All right. I'll let it run for another second and then we'll call it. But yeah, Muskrat's leading. So what do we have here? We had Psych Out won the first round, and Astro Viper won the second round. And it looks like Muskrat's winning the third round here. Any more votes? I know there's more people here that aren't voting. I know it's difficult to leave a comment. But you could do. Oh, there's a vote. We got a vote. So Muskrat's running away with it now. He's completely running away with the poll. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stopping the poll. All right, last poll. There it is. Last poll for today. So we've got so far Psych Out, Astro Viper, Muskrat, and then whoever comes out of this. This will be our one bracket. Now we'll do another bracket tomorrow, and or not tomorrow, next Thursday, and then we'll see who comes out of this. Just on the fly, unofficial bracket poll. All right, Voltar leading the way. Countdown, no love, unexpected. Wow, a lot more votes on this one. People seem to care about this one coming in, I think. Or no, it's about the same. It's about the same. But it's closer. It's closer. Could be some votes that swing it one way or the other. But I feel like Voltar, if I had to guess, that would be the winner here for sure. All right, we'll call it in 10 seconds ish. Yeah, Voltar's definitely winning this. He's running away with it. Same as Muskrat. And it's funny because Muskrat and Voltar were in a versus 2-pack from a Target way back in the day. And it's funny how Muskrat and Voltar were both the biggest runaways of these polls. Interesting stuff. All right, that'll wrap that one up, and boom, we're done. All right, so we got that for now. So we can do more next week. But yeah, that was interesting to see. I think it Lobo. I think it makes sense when we're looking at these are obviously the characters, but Psych Out's still it's a tough one because Sneak Peek and Psych Out, and Fast Draw were all like meh characters back in the day. So it does kind of make sense. Psych Out one, he had the most. He did show up in a few comics there and special missions, and he was a higher ranking Joe. He had a little bit more rank, and he is a counterpart to Crystal Ball, so it makes a lot of sense. Cooter's Garage, there he is, man. There he is with the greatest avatar of all time. Bobcat. We were just talking about Bobcats. Zed. So in the spirit of Police Academy.
Yo, man, you got a match?
Oh, sure. Here, keep the pack.
Thank you.
Good. Very good. That's the idea, son. You gotta build a trust with the people. Then they'll respect you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Give me 2 of them glazed doors.
I'll have a chocolate.
I gotta put the rest of the Police Academy clips I have pulled up here. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, guys. So yeah, I don't know what we're necessarily going to see this coming weekend, but it would be nice to see some renders / probably more likely name only reveals in the next week or two. You know, whenever they decide to do this stuff, leading up to or during SDCC, of some of the figures we just saw on the screen for next year, because we're wrapping up this year. I mean, we've got what? Snake Armor, Triple T, the last retro wave. There's a 2-pack. There's 2 2-packs, I think, on the way still that they have not shown, but we're pretty much to the end of the year, at least for pre-orders, because a lot of that stuff may ship. If it doesn't ship at the end of this year, might hit the beginning of next year. Like the last 5-figure wave of the Joes, that went up for pre-order will probably go and ship beginning like January of next year. Same thing with the retro wave, like it is always. The last 5-figure wave and the last retro wave always ship at the beginning of the next year. Ballerina Viper, I don't even know what that would be. Ballerina is in like, what the hell is her name? Diarmas. Oh, I'm tired. So this week I'll be putting these into my Hector Ramirez 1982 studio diorama and trying to get a few photos of that. And you know, I don't know about you guys, but not the heat has sucked. Like I think last night it got down to 79 degrees overnight. Was the low. And I took a walk at like 10 o'clock and it was 80 something degrees and it was just heavy. And then all the wildfire smoke from Minnesota and the Canadian wildfires came through today. So we couldn't really even go outside. It was that bad, smoky. And that's supposed to continue tomorrow. Probably won't clear up until Saturday. So that sucks. I can't do the walks or anything outside and stuff. So that blows. And I might go see Odyssey Saturday. I wasn't going to see it, but then a guy, Adam does movies. If you want to watch a funny guy who does movie reviews and stuff, he'll do like a spoiler-free review, and then he'll do like a full spoiler review later. But he's pretty hilarious, and he's pretty spot on with his taste. And he actually really liked the Odyssey. So I'm like, all right, well, I trust this guy's opinion. So I might go see that Saturday. Hopefully by then the smoke clears up and I can get outside and do some shots outside is what I really want to do. He's a tired boy. I am tired. I'm tired. I'm sick and I'm tired. Sick and tired. The smoke just made its way down to Iowa. All the way to Iowa? Man. Yeah, it sucks. It was real bad today. I don't know. You know what? The one thing Adam said in his review, which I definitely recommend watching. He's freaking hilarious. He gets into so much trouble sometimes with his I don't know, it's funny. He does it in a joking way and people take him too serious, but he said like the trailers did nothing for this movie at all. He's like, from the trailers, he wasn't excited at all, but that's what his channel's about. He reviews movies. So he goes to see these movies, especially blockbuster style movies. He's going to go see it. And he went in with zero expectations because he's like, it's a 3-hour movie. He hates long movies. He's like, I don't know. The trailers don't look good. All the chatter on the internet doesn't sound good. And he's like, wow, they did not do a good job of marketing the movie with the trailers based on what he saw. So now he saw it in IMAX. I looked up IMAX around here for Saturday, and IMAX is solidly booked. Like there's no IMAX seats left around me. The other regular theaters looked like they had some seats open, but that was yesterday, and I haven't looked today. So, there's a lot of chatter that no one's buying tickets, but for me, the IMAX is completely sold out everywhere. So, so I don't know. I might just go see it and see how it goes. I haven't done that in a while where I'm like, I'm just going to go see a movie and see how it goes. Usually I've been going to older movies that are replaying in theaters. So, which I definitely like to do. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be good. When it's on TBS. That's funny. I was watching old WCW Monday Nitros from TNT earlier today. Little NWO takeover stuff. Pump it. Yeah, so we'll see. And then yeah, as soon as the wildfire smoke and the heat and whatever else is this hell we're living in, when that passes, I can get outside and do some outdoor shots. Chomping at the bit to get some shots done here before I head back to Buffalo on the 24th, and I'll be there for at least a week. So What do you guys got going on? How about you guys? I know Joe's Oscar. Hey, tomorrow's Friday. Any update on chapter? Was it 17? 17? Any update on the Red Shadow War? I want to know. We need to know. Do you have an exclusive trailer I can play right here? Something? It will post tomorrow? Are we talking tomorrow? We talk about practice. Not a game. Not a game. Practice. Is it tomorrow? Yeah. Golden Cobra is almost ready to open. Hey, guys, he's got a new account called, what's it? The Golden Cobra Club, right? On Instagram. What an awesome dio, by the way. The picture you've posted of it, what you've shown me. Tomorrow, Red Shadow War, chapter 17 tomorrow. Joe's Oscar Mike. You heard it here. Check it out. Don't miss it. I'm stoked. I can't wait to see what you do with some Techno Vipers and stuff. The new club looks sick. Yeah, the marble and stuff in there, I can't believe how he did the marble. He showed me up close, and I'm like, I would have never have guessed. It looks like actual marble. I'm already banned from the Golden Well, you can't have animal breeding in the middle of a club, Lobo. It's not how it works. Not that kind of club. I don't know what kind of clubs you go to. What would you guys like to see? How about this? You guys are the core. I would call you guys the core of Thursday Night Battles. What would you prefer to see in Thursday Night Battles? More of just random bullshit like this? Or would you like it to be more photography focused, more action figure like posing or dioramas or photography gear or techniques? Or would you like Thursday Night Battles just to be kind of an open, like I do random things from week to week, or just bitch and complain and moan and show what I got as far as in for the week? You know what I mean? I really want to know, because I'm like, I don't know. I just get on here and I talk, but I don't know what would be like. Monday Night Shootout is obviously, it is what it is. It's photo critiques, all photo based, but it's me and a few other people, which will be back this Monday. We're doing 2 weeks in a row with the Mass Device as our guest. So that also Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I really want to know from you guys, like, what on Thursdays, like, what would benefit you guys the most? What would you rather see here? You know, because I don't know. Like, is this interesting to anybody when I just kind of ramble about stuff? I don't know. You know, I get in here, I like talking about Joe's and stuff, but sometimes we have these weeks where not a lot's going on. Like we're in that in between week now. Like SDCC is until next week. They haven't started releasing any renders or any name drops or anything, so we're kind of in the wait mode. Lobo says, I'd love to see a custom kit bashing showcase. Oh, that's a good one. I do like that. Kit bashing. Yeah, that's a good one. I could do that. Let me write that down. Actually, I don't need to write it down because it's recorded here, and I can just watch it back. Schedule placed in timeout and a countdown clock graphic when he can come back in. Oh, like a graphic? Oh, that's good. That's good. That I could make a little segment. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, I gotta upload some more clips. I haven't done that since the beginning, and but I could make little segments like that. I can make a little, like a little graphic in After Effects or something, and have it play when Skydrow's in timeout. That shit would play the whole fucking the whole the whole stream. Let's see. I wouldn't be opposed to a photo setup behind the scenes of what new shot you're working on. Okay, Roper, that's good. Yeah, like that we could do that here. Yeah, for sure. Because like when I'm looking at a week that I'm doing Monday Night Shootout, and I know it's bi-weekly, even though this last week and this week will be 2 weeks in a row just because I missed one, and I'm gonna miss the 27th week because I'll be out of town. That's why we're doing 2 in a row. Um, it's quick. It's like Monday, and then all of a sudden it's Thursday, and I'm doing another stream, and I'm like, man, I would like to do some other things that are more photography focused, but I gotta actually do the photography, so I can't have every week being like a setup like this because it's hard to do. But I will be looking at getting maybe a different camera so that instead of just using a laptop camera like I'm using here, having a separate camera and maybe I don't use this mic. Maybe I just, you know, put in my AirPods. The audio quality won't be as good, but maybe I put in my AirPods so I can move around and then I could talk about a setup here on YouTube where I'm moving around more and setting something up, whether it be a dio or a shot or whatever. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so kit bashes, photo setups. Yeah, any of that kind of stuff would be good. So I will take some notes and try to get something going. Next week, it's possible I could do some of that next week. The week after, again, the 27th, I'll be out of town that whole week. So there won't be a Monday night shootout and there won't be a Thursday night battles that week. And then I think the week after, which I think is the 3rd, I think that's a little in jeopardy for Monday night shootout, but Thursday night battles will definitely happen that week. It just depends on what day I leave Buffalo and when I get back here. So I won't know until like middle of that week if I'll be back here in time. I plan on it, but based on my dad's situation and everything, things could change. So I'll keep you guys updated. At some point I'm gonna get settle into a groove where, it's after the summer, hopefully my dad's situation doesn't get worse and then things can settle down a little bit and I can get back into it like a more consistent groove without some like missing a week or doing whatever. So I am wearing my Smokey the Bear shirt today, which is hilarious. All the smoke that was unintentional. What else could I share? I wonder if there's any fun sneak peek stuff I could do. Let me look and see. I mean, I know Mike has seen some of this stuff, and I know maybe Roper might have. No, it would have been Matt that saw some of this. Do I have it on this drive? I got too many of these flash drives that are probably worth now billions because of the flash shortage. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I should start posting some of these shots because I just have not done it. Let me find yeah, it's weird how sometimes I set this up not quite the way I expected. Oh yeah. This works. All right, I'll share one shot. So I did a whole bunch of SARD shots and everything, and I might have showed this before, but I got to start posting these. So, I wonder if I can open this in preview. Oh, I can. Look at that. That's cool. I didn't know I could do that. All right. Classified figure guy. What is up? Yeah, we did a lot of that. We did a lot of that. You have to be on the replay club, on the replay force for that. But yeah, and I was just talking about that. Like if this is even worth it for me rambling, or do you guys want more of a behind the scenes look or some other content on Thursdays than what I'm doing other than me just randomly talking about bullshit? But as long as you guys are fine with it, Let me share. So this is a shot that's part of a series of shots that I haven't posted yet. So on this one here, he's kind of propped up by the other figures, and it's basically, Sarge taking out a bunch of bats, and I got the whistle spun around because he's sliding and you know he's moving in this direction, so the whistle spun around. I put a little glare on the whistle, um, different hand on this bat. I don't even remember what the hand's from, some Marvel Legend thing. But yeah, I got a whole series of these shots, so I'm gonna start posting these eventually, and then they all culminate in like kind of some kind of collage thing that I did, but you guys will see. But yeah, I got to start posting some more shots. I've taken shots and I've edited shots, and I just have not posted many of them. So yeah, and this is the Defiant crawler backdrop that I'm using from the old Defiant. On this, I just use like foam flooring, so I could use the wiring and plug it in and stuff. But yeah, I should probably post this soon. So this just is proof of life that I actually am doing photography. I just haven't posted it all. So see you, Mike. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it. It's 11 o'clock. It's a good time to end it. I will be back Monday for Monday Night Shootout with Mike and Matt and the Mass Device. And then we will pick up where we left off last Monday. And then I will be back again next Thursday. By that time, we'll do something we talked about here today. Some of these ideas about behind the scenes or kit bashing. And then we'll have more to talk about based on maybe some render reveals and things that'll happen between now and then. Yeah, a post would be nice. Yeah, I know. I gotta get back on the ball with that. All right, see you guys. Have a good night. Don't eat any lettuce from Taco Bell. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Yo, Joe. Hey, we'll pick up that poll again next week too. See ya.
The magic of photography.
We hope you've enjoyed the preceding short feature.